Good morning, my dear student. Welcome to Dinalpur Abdul Karim High School's online class. This is Fawzia Akhtar, Assistant Teacher, Dinalpur Abdul Karim High School. How are you, everybody? I hope you are fine, and I am also fine by the grace of Almighty. Today, in your English second paper class, I have come here to discuss about an important topic from your syllabus, and this is the most important part of a sentence. If we want to write a sentence correctly and speak in English properly, we have to use an important form or important parts of speech, which is really important to make a correct sentence. Can you guess? I hope you guess. I'm talking about verb, which is the soul of a sentence. Today, I'm going to discuss about right form of verbs. In your syllabus, you have a fill in the blanks with right form of verbs, and you will get 10 marks if you fill the gap properly with the right form of verbs. So, let me write. I have already told you that verb is the most important part of a sentence. If we want to write a proper sentence or a correct sentence, we have to use the right form of verbs. You know, verb is a word that means action. That means action, and there are many classification of verb. First of all, we have to divide verb into two parts, finite, non-finite. Then we can also divide the finite verb to principal and auxiliary. Then we can divide principal verb into two parts, that is transitive, intransitive. So I hope in your last class you have understood about something about verb. So now you have to know elaborately about verb. So first of all, we have to learn some rules about the right form of verbs. Let me write some rules, and I hope you will notice it properly, and please take your pen, pencil, your copy and textbook to you. First of all, if we want to fill in the blanks with right form of verbs, we have to know the proper form of verb. In rule 1, I would like to say that if the tense is present indefinite and the subject is third person singular number, then the verb will also in present tense, and we have to add s or es after the particular verb. if the subject is third person singular number and tense is in present form, then we have to add es or es after the verbs to fill in the blanks. Let's see an example. Look at the whiteboard. There we see that the subject is third person singular number and every day mention that this is a present form. This is a sentence in present form. So we have to add s or es to our verb. The answer will be sorry. I hope you have understood these rules and you can write down in your copy if you want to see this rule later in your copy. Then in rule number 2, if some particular words that always, every day, regularly, usually, occasionally, often, etc. This type of word some particular words like always, often, regularly, usually, occasionally, are mentioned in a sentence, we have to understand that the sentence is in present indefinite form. Indefinite form. So we definitely write the verb which is used in present indefinite tense. Let's see an example. He always speak the truth. Here always is mentioned, so we have to understand that the sentence will be in present indefinite form and the answer will be he always speaks the truth. Is that clear to you? I hope you have understood. Then rule number 3. If some particular word like last, long, since, once, etc. are mentioned in a sentence, we have to understand that the sentence will be in past indefinite form. Have you understood what I am talking about? Yes. If last, long, once, since, etc. words are mentioned in a sentence, we have to understand that the sentence is in past indefinite form. If yesterday, ago, last, long, since, once, etc. are mentioned in a sentence, we have to understand that the sentence will be in past indefinite form, and definitely the verb will be in past form. You have already learned about conjugation of verb. In conjugation of verb, you have learned that we have present, past and past particular form of verb. Here we will use the past form of verb. Let's see an example. He, in bracket we see there is go to Dhaka last month. The word last is mentioned here. So we have to definitely write here the past form of verb. Is that clear to you? He, we know the past form of go is went. So we have to write went. So I hope you have understood these 3 rules and already write down in your copy, and you also find these rules in your textbook. So in your homework you have to practice these rules and practice this exercise more and more, then you will be perfect. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.